Okay, cables and tension rods, no? So, in terms of the codes, paano ba ni-design si cables and rods, no? Obviously, that is under axial tension, no? Load. So, by the way, ito lang yung mga example ng ano, no? Ng mga structure under that's using rods and cables, no? Although napakita ko na to last on the introduction, but yun nga, no? Yung, for example, yung hangers, which is yung mga tension members that are hung, no? Vertically, no? Supporting other members. Yung sagrads, ito yung usual na makikita nyo on roofs, no? Sa roof. Supporting yung mga purlins, like so. Okay? Tension members din yan. And yung mga tension rods naman na tinatawag, yun naman yan sa ano, sa mga structure yan, usually to as additional diagonal bracing to provide additional lateral stiffness, no? Yung purpose ng mga tension rods. Okay? So paano ba siya di-design? Okay? So as per code, yung ano mo daw, design nominal, no? Nominal capacity mo or strength. Okay? Let me clarify, no? This is a nominal capacity. R sub n is equal to F sub n times A sub B. Okay? Wherein yung A sub B mo, ito common na to, no? This is just simply the area of your rods or cables, no? Gusto ko lang i-emphasize yung area na tinutukoy dito is the unthreaded area, no? Unthreaded area. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng unthreaded area? So dito halimbawa sa figure na to, mapapansin mo meron kang bolt dito. Okay? Yung pag nag-cut ka ng section dito, yan yung ito kasi teka muna, itong part na to ng bolt na kung saan trined mo or binawasan mo ng area ng area para maipasok mo siguro diyan yung ano mo, yung washer mo, 'di ba? So ang tawag dito is threaded siya, no? Threaded itong area na to. This one is unthreaded, no? So yun lang, no, ang sabi ni code. Ang kailangan mong gamitin dito yung unthreaded, yung mismong diameter kumbaga area ng ng bolt mo. And the formula is pi d squared over 4. Okay? Similarly, itong F sub n, which is defined in the code as F sub nt, equal also to F sub nt, kukunin mo daw sa table 510.3.2, no? Ng ating NSCP. And by looking on the NSCP table, ito yon. Okay? Itong last two rows yung tinutukoy niya, no? Threaded parts meeting the requirement of blah 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 when threads are not excluded from shear planes. Kahit saang column ka tumingin dyan, the value is 0.75 F sub u. Okay? So ito na yun, 0.75 F sub u. So yun lang yung dalawang value na isa-substitute mo on this equation. You already have the nominal capacity, no, for cables and rod under tensions. Okay, under tension. Now, para makuha mo yung design strength, obviously, familiar na kayo dito, di ba? P sub T, R sub N. Substitute mo yung value ng R sub N from this equation. Okay, yung F sub N magiging 0.75 F sub U. Yung A sub B magiging pi d squared over 4. Ito yung for LRFD. Okay? And then, in terms of the under strength, ang sabi ni code, use 0.75 for P sub T and 2.0 for omega sub T. So, again, parehas ka lang kay rupture and kay block shear. Okay? So, madali lang siyang i-memorize. Okay? Sige. Application tayo. Okay? Obviously, yung application natin would be different na level up tayo, no? So, I am assuming na na-discuss sa inyo yung truss 3D analysis, tama ba? Or hanggang 2D lang kayo? Yes or no? Na-discuss ba yung 3D analysis? Sa previous subject nyo? Na-discuss? Okay. So, very good, no? I was hoping na kaya natin i-solve to. Okay? Sige. So, pakibasa nga itong sample problem natin, Mr. Umali. Pakibasa mo nga itong last problem natin for today.
A wooden box with total load P is equals to 185 kilonewton shown in the figure is supported by 3 tension rods AB, AC, and AD. In this problem, A is equals to 3 meters, B is equals to 4 meters, and H is equals to 12 meters. Use A36 steel and ASD. For letter A, what diameter is required for rod AB? B, what diameter is required for rod AC? And C, what diameter is required for rod AD?
Okay, so dito, ang gagamitin nating method on how we would solve this problem, kasi madaming method no? Most likely yung gagamitin ko iba sa tinuro sa inyo, no? But just to quick recap lang, no? In terms of 3D analysis kasi, meron kang different method na pwedeng gamitin, no? Although hindi to trust, guys, no? Pero as you could see, parang inverted lang siya, no? Na trust, and na-activate naman lahat ng tension rod mo. So pwede mo tong gamitin, okay? So dalawang way and usual na ginagamit for 3D trust problem, yung traditional solution, which is the component method, and yung vector mechanics. Okay? Yung vector mechanics, meron dito mga Caltech. I would let you do the research na lang. Okay? Baka advantages yan pagdating sa board exam. But for this discussion, I would discuss yung component method, no, kung paano siya ginagamit. Okay? So similar with 2D analysis, no? Component method, 'di ba? Meron tayong ginagamit na mga formulas, no? So it looks familiar, no? Okay? Looks familiar, 'di ba? So this one is based on distance, or yung sa mga problem natin based on slope, no? Minsan based on angle, pwede rin 'yon, no? Cosine, sine. So similar lang 'yon kapag nag-analyze ka ng 2D. So ang difference lang dito is meron kang third dimension, okay? Third dimension. So ano ba nangyayari dito sa component method? So say for example, you have this member AB, no? With three-dimensional mga distances, okay? And then meron kang applied load doon na load F. So pwede mong makuha yung component nun into 3, Fy, Fz, and Fx. Depende kung ano yung mo, no? Sang parallel siya, sang axis siya parallel, okay? So this one, ang assumption natin, Z yung pataas, and yung plane mo is yung plan mo is yung X and Y, okay? So meron kang Y distance, okay, ito yun. X distance yung parallel sa X, and yung Z distance yung parallel sa Z, okay? So yung L mo, yung length ng pinaka-member mo, okay? Ang sabi, para makalculate mo daw yung total length ng member mo, is ano lang yun, square root of X squared plus Y squared plus Z squared, okay? And similarly, kung given daw yung X component nung force F na yun, okay? Para makalculate yung X component ng F na yon, you just need to multiply yung force F by the ratio of your distance X over yung length ng nung member mo. Similarly, kung gusto mong makuha yung F sub Y, that is F times Y over L. Mga distances lang to, no? And F sub Z is equal to F times yung distance Z over L, okay? Now, para makuha mo yung force F, kunin mo lang daw yung square root of F sub X squared plus F sub Y squared plus F sub Z squared. Okay? Similarly, pwede kang gumamit ng dalawang method. Pwedeng method of joints. Ito yung mga equation natin. Usually, dalawa lang yan kapag 2D. No? Ngayon, tatlo na kasi 3D na tayo. Meron ka ng F sub Z is equal to 0. Similarly, for method of section, okay? Dito, supposedly, for method of section, tatlong equation. Pero since 3D tayo ulit, magiging 6 na. Okay? So, ito yung mga equation niya. Okay? So, try natin gamitin tong component method to solve our problem, no? Okay? Okay, last problem natin, problem number 6, okay? Siguro dito I would simply use the direct calculation na lang kasi straightforward naman to, no? Sige. Although hindi siya trust member, the formula for the degree of indeterminacy applicable pa rin dito, no? So for 3D case kasi, for trusses, no, we have di is equals to r plus m minus 3j. Okay? So yan yung equation kapag 3D ka na. So might as well check, no? Might as well check if nasa pa rin tayo, no? Nasa determinate structure pa rin tayo. Okay? So we could say na yung di natin kapag 3D is equal to r plus m minus 3j. Okay? Kapag 3D structure ka na. Okay? And going back dun sa problem, we could say na we have three members, no? Tapos meron kang applied load lang yan, okay? So we have yung reaction muna, no? Reaction muna tayo. So now in terms of reaction, ang reaction muna sa support, which is andito, okay? Now, I think everyone would agree na pagdating dito, no, yung reaction mo, kung meron kang tension rod na ganyan, most likely tatlo yan, no? We have C sub Y kasi parallel sa y-axis. Tapos possibly meron ka ditong c sub x kasi nakaparallel sa x-axis. Tapos meron kang pataas, no? Which is z sub z, no? Okay, so ibig sabihin, each support would have three reactions. So tatlong support to, we have 3 times 3, 9, no? 9 na reactions, okay? Number of member, we have 3 as shown minus yung 3 times yung number of joints. So dito yung number of joints mo is 1, 2, 3, and 4, no? 4 joints, okay? So it would give you 9 plus 3, 12 minus 3 times 4, 12. So yung pinaka degree of indeterminacy mo, although cables to guys, no, but we could still use this kasi nga, 'di ba, ano, ma-activate naman lahat ng tension rod mo, wala naman diyang zero force member, so pwede mo gamitin yung equation, okay? So this is 0, so meaning we have a determinate, no, system. Okay. Okay, sige. Now, okay na tayo dito. We could now use the component method, no? So using component method, okay? By the way, determinate to, ibig sabihin ang conclusion natin dito, yung summation forces vertical, summation forces horizontal, no? Or summation moment, no? Or yeah, basically pang 2D to, no? Pero yun nga, yung 3 equation of equilibrium kung 2D ka, applicable yan, okay? Applicable yan, okay? So dito medyo mas madami tayo ng equation okay? Okay? Now, let's go back dun sa ating figure. Siguro kunin ko na lang din, no? Now, dito sa figure natin, i-define natin yung direction ng ating reaction, in terms of vertical direction. Obviously, alam natin na yung direction ng ating mga reaction is upward, no? Halimbawa, z sub x. Kasi dapat yun yung mag-resist dun sa no? Tension load na going downward, no? So meron kang b sub z and meron ka ring upward na reaction sa point D. Okay? Okay, yan yung expected natin na direction. Now, assuming na we could use the summation moment, no? By the way, mali pala to. Summation force horizontal, summation moment lang. Okay, so assuming na we use one of the equations available and say we take advantage ng summation moment, kahit saan tayo mag-summation moment dyan, dapat it's equal to 0. Okay? Pero meron kasing rules in terms of doing summation moment. Usually, doon ka magkitake sa axis or sa axis or imaginary axis na kung saan meron kang ma-eliminate. Okay? So, say for example, we tried to take a summation moment at y-axis, no? At y-axis. If we would take moment at y-axis, okay, ano ba yung kakalabas na mga forces? Okay? So, taking moment at y-axis, okay? Assuming na clockwise is positive. Okay? So we could have pag nag-summation moment ka at y-axis looking at this figure, okay? Lahat ng forces na passing through with that axis would be eliminated, no? Kasi bakit? Kasi yung moment arm mo is 0. Okay? So ito yung y-axis natin, no? Remember this is our y-axis. If this is our y-axis and nag-take nga tayo dyan ng moment, okay? Sino-sino yung mga forces na mai-eliminate? By the way guys, no? Kasi pwede ko rin namang ipakita, by the way, no? pwede ko na ipakita yung mga reaction component ng ating mga forces. Like for example, itong reaction dito, this is C sub x, di ba? And meron tayong sabihin natin na ito, yung katulad ng pinakita natin kanina, sabihin natin ito is C sub y. Okay? So yan, sige, nireflect lang muna natin itong dalawang direction na yan. Okay? Ngayon, pag nag-take tayo ng summation moment na to y, okay? Ang meron lang talagang moment arm, no? Ang meron lang talagang moment arm, or sorry, ang mga mai-eliminate na forces is una, yung forces na nagpa-pass through mismo dyan sa axis na yan. In this case, yung D sub Z, no? Nag-pass through siya dun sa axis. And then si load PA. Okay? Okay? Nag-pass through siya, so walang moment arm. Another forces na mai-eliminate is itong mga dalawang forces na to on that plane, on plane X and Y, no? Bakit? Kasi nga, 'di ba? Kung summation moment at this axis, ito bang Z sub Y, may effect ba siya doon? Okay? Wala, 'di ba? Wala siyang effect kasi summation moment at this axis. Similarly, itong C sub X, C sub X, no? In terms of summation moment at Y, meron ba siyang effect doon? Wala din, 'di ba? Wala rin siyang effect. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, itong mga forces na to would be eliminated. Okay? And might as well consider, kaya pinakita ko kanina yung tatlong reaction lang kasi doon lang tayo magpo-focus, no? Even on this support, yung B sub Y niya and B sub X, lahat yun walang walang effect on the calculation of moment at Y. Okay? So sige, plugging in yung mga given, okay? Sabi natin meron tayong B sub Z, okay? So pag ganun yung ikot niya, sabihin natin against the assumed positive direction, so negative, no? Negative. So we would have negative B sub Z. Okay? Moment arm niya from y-axis is itong distance A, no? And daw distance A na yan, yun yung moment arm niya, and that is 3 meters, no? Okay? Plus, okay? So dito, as you could see here, ang matitira is itong C sub Z, no? Na reaction, and yung moment arm mo is, so this one is clockwise, no? Ang moment arm mo is yung distance B, no? And distance B is equal to 4 meters. Okay? So we have C sub Z times yung moment arm niya na 4, okay, equals to 0. Okay? So we could simplify this one further by this equation. Okay? So lipat natin yung B sub Z sa kabila. Okay? So magiging ano yan, no? Magiging 3B sub Z. And our equation would be 3 over 4, no? Okay? B sub Z. Okay? So we could we could simplify this one as 0.75, no? Okay? So sabihin natin ito as our equation 1. Okay? As our equation 1. Okay? Now, okay na tayo dito sa summation moment Y. Okay? Pwede pa tayong mag-summation moment at at x-axis, no? Pag nag-summation moment tayo at x-axis, ano ba yung unknowns natin, no? Pag at x, una yung Z sub Z, yung B sub Z natin, pag nag-summation moment tayo dito sa x, ma-eliminate din kasi nagka-pass through siya. Yung D sub Z, meron siyang value, okay? Itong mga to, itong Z sub X and Z sub Y, wala din siyang effect, no? So, pwede kayong mag-summation at a moment at x, kaya lang, dadami din yung equation mo kasi ang matitira dito is Z sub X tsaka yung C sub Z and D sub Z, no? So, ang gusto kasi natin yung kung saan pwede na natin gamitin agad tong equation 1, no? Okay? Similar unknowns para meron tayong mai-eliminate. Okay? So, hindi naman tayo limited diyan kasi pwede rin tayong pwede tayong mag summation moment at any imaginary axis na gusto natin. Okay? So, halimbawa, on this scenario, ang gagawin ko is I would, no? Pick itong line na to, and I would create an imaginary axis. So, sabihin natin red. Okay. I would say na itong axis na to as my itong axis na to wherein nagko-coincide ako kay point D. no, passing through point D. Kung x to, so sabihin ko na lang na ano siya, no? Sabihin ko na lang na delete ko lang to guys, no? Sabihin ko na lang na ano siya. Kung x to, sabihin ko na lang x prime, okay? Imaginary axis x prime. Okay? So, using this imaginary axis and taking moment at this axis, no? Mag-take daw ako ng moment at this axis, okay? Ano ba yung mga forces na ma-eliminate? Obviously, since nag-pass through at that point yung D sub z, automatic eliminate na siya, no? Ang matitira yung B sub z, which is meron kang moment arm and applicable siya. Yung Z sub z, meron kang moment arm, and yung P sub A, which is given naman yung value. Okay? Given na yung value. So, I think pwede na yun, no? Okay? And pwede natin gamitin dito. Okay? ASD yung pinapagamit, no? And this is a design type of problem. So, straightforward naman yun. Ito na yung PA, binigay na. Wala ka nang gagamitin na load combo. Okay? Kasi binigay na nga yung value ng P sub A. Okay? So, therefore, no? Taking summation moment at x prime axis is equal to 0. Okay, ito yung direction is positive. So we could say na we have B sub z, moment arm is B, which is, alam nyo na yan, no? That is 4 meters. So I think positive, no? Yeah, positive. So B sub z times its moment arm, 4 meters. Okay. And then we have the C sub z. Okay, ang direction niya is ganun din, clockwise, so positive. Okay? Positive. Times its moment arm. No? Yung moment arm natin, on this case, is distance A plus distance B. Okay? Moment arm ni Z sub X dun sa imaginary X axis. No? So that is 3 plus 4. No? A plus B. 3 plus 4. Okay? And lastly, yung load, P sub A. Si P sub A, ang effect niya is counterclockwise, so that would be negative. No? I think this one is negative 185, no? Negative 185. Okay? And yung moment arm niya would be distance B, which is 4 meters. Okay? 4 meters. We would have 0. Okay? Now, simplify. We would have 4 B sub Z plus 7. Okay? 7 to. Z sub Z. Pero ang gagawin natin, i-plug in na natin dito yung equation 1, no? Kasi sabi natin yung value na to is equal to this one. Okay? So might as well plug in dito. Okay? Might as well plug in dito para na-eliminate na natin, no? Meron na tayong value ng isang parameter. Okay? Is equal to ilipat ko sa kabila to, 185 times 4, that is 740, no? 740. Okay? So meron tayong value ng paki-calculate nga ito.
80.
80. Okay, sige. Now, if this is 80, plugging in dun sa values natin, no? Ang sabi natin, this one is equal to 0.75 ng B sub Z or 80. So, ilan to?
60.
60. Okay. Okay? And then by using the another equation of equilibrium by common sense, I think naintindihan nyo na kung ano yung gagamitin ko ngayon since na-define ko na tong dalawang equation na to or dalawang unknowns na to. Okay? I would use summation forces vertical. Okay? So using summation forces vertical, okay? So this is equal to 0, upward as positive. We could say na si B sub Z plus D sub Z plus D sub Z should be equal to the load PA, which is 185. Okay? Now plugging in yung value, this is 60 plus Z sub Z, which is this is 80 pala, no? So plus 60, okay? Plus D sub Z equals to 185. So meron tayong value ng ating last reaction. So ilan to?
45.
Okay, 45 kilonewton. Okay? Okay, meron tayong Z component ng ating mga reaction dyan. Okay? Mga reaction dyan. Okay? I think everyone would agree if meron kang certain component nung reaction dyan, which is also related to the applied load doon sa mga chord na yon. We could use yung we could use yung formula na present natin kanina on 3D analysis, no? Ito mga to. Halimbawa, since ito yung given, no? F sub z is equals to F times yung z distance over L. I-plug in natin yung value ng na-calculate natin kanina, yung mga z component niya, which is ito nga yun, no? Makakuha natin yung actual force acting on that member. As simple as that. Okay? Unfortunately, wala pa tayong value ng z component tapos yung L. Okay? So yun yung kailangan natin i-define. Well, yung L ng isang member is simply ito, square root of x squared plus y squared plus z squared. Okay? So yun muna yung next nating kailangang i-calculate, no? Kailangan natin i-calculate. So, sige, kunin ko to ulit, itong figure na to, and i-copy natin yan. Okay? Kasi ang sabi natin dito, ang sabi natin dyan, siguro dito is i-delete ko na to. I-delete ko na tong dalawa na to kasi medyo panggulo na siya, no? Okay. So basically kung yan yung reaction, no? Since this is in tension, so this one is our T sub AB, okay? AB kasi point A to tapos going to B, no? And this one is also T sub AB, no? Same dito. This one would be T sub AD, okay? This one is ganun din, no? Intention naman yan T sub AD. Similarly dito, okay? Ganun din. T sub AC and this one, okay? T sub AC, okay? Sige. So let's try to calculate muna, no, using component method yung mga natin, no? Yung mga lengths natin, okay? So say for example, yung length natin, no? Unahin natin yung length AB, no? AB natin. Length AB natin, if we would refer dun sa figure natin na to, okay? Our length AB is equal to the square root of, okay, ano ba yung mga x and y component niya? For distance AB, yung x ko is yung A, no? From its tail going to head. Yung x distance ko is A, okay? Yung A natin is 3, okay? So 3 squared. Okay? Plus, no, yung y distance niya naman, no, from tail to head is 0. Okay? 0 kasi nagpolo siya dito sa kay x axis eh. So 0 siya, 'di ba? So wala siyang distance at y, okay? Okay? Similarly, yung height niya, no, from head to tail is yung height h. Itong height h na to from this point to point okay, point vertical distance, and h is equal to 12 meters. Okay? 12 meters. So we could now calculate, no, yung ating length AB, no, plus 12 meters, okay, square root. Okay? Similarly, i-copy paste ko na lang to kasi meron pa tayong dalawang distance na kailangan i-calculate. Okay? And para mabilis, okay? So we have length AC na lang muna. Sige, AC na lang muna. Okay? For length AC. Okay, ito 'yun, no? From this point to this point. Okay, ano ba yung distance x niya, no? From this point to this point. So ito kasi yung x axis, so most likely ito dapat yung distance na 'yon, okay? So yung x distance niya is distance b. So distance b is 4 meters. So this one would be 4 squared. Okay? Yung y distance niya, okay? From point A to point C, yung y distance niya is itong distance A. Okay? So distance A is 3 meters, no? 3 meters. So 3 squared. Similarly, yung height niya, difference niya in height, wala naman nagbago, no? O yung z component, yung height nga, yung h din yun, so 12 squared. Okay? And lastly, yung length AD, no? For length AD naman, makakalculate natin yan, okay? Yung x distance niya from this point to this point, that is 0, no? 0 ngayon kasi nga nag-pull ka sa y-axis, okay? So sana nasusundan to, no? 0 plus yung y distance niya from this point to point D, that is distance B, no? Distance B, which is 4 meters, no? And Similarly for the Z distance niya, parehas lang din naman, that is distance h, so 12 squared. Okay? So meron tayong value ng mga lengths natin. So pakibigay nga ito, L sub AB.
12.932.
Sorry pa kayo.
12.36932.
Okay, sige. So I think medyo madami yan, no? Siguro wag na. I-direct sub na natin to. I-direct sub na lang natin yan sa equation natin. Okay? So para mabilis. Okay? Direct sub na lang natin yan para wala na tayong rounding na gagawin. Okay? Now, following the concept, no, following the component method, f sub z is equal to f times yung z distance over length. Okay? So sige, gamitin natin yon, component method na yon. Okay? Ang sabi niya, f sub z is equal to f times yung z distance over L. Okay? Yan yung basis natin. Okay? So, using this equation, ipa-plug in na natin yung mga given natin, we could say na kung magpo-focus tayo muna dito sa B sub z. Okay? I-plug in natin dito, that is yung 80. Okay? 80 is equal to, okay? O siguro mas maganda, ipakita pa rin natin, no? Para mas nagkakaintindihan. So we could say na B sub z, okay? Okay, ito yung counterpart niya, no? F sub z is equal to yung force acting on that rod. Okay? Okay? So yung force acting on that rod is yung T sub AB. Okay? T sub AB should be equal to Should be equal to yung Z distance. Okay? Yung Z distance natin o yung height niya, that is H, okay? Which is as simple as 12 meters. Okay? 12 meters divided by yung L, distance L, AB, no, AB, which is ito. Okay? Ito. So, yan. So, plug in natin dito sa equation. Okay, so parang okay? So, meron tayong this equation. Okay? Similarly, on other items, siguro, ganun din, no? Ganun din. So, for example, for Z sub Z, okay, ano ba yung tension for Z sub Z? That is T sub AC. T sub AC. Okay? Multiplied by yung Z distance, pare-parehas lang naman, and yung length, no? So, AC. Pagdating sa AC, ito yon. Okay? And lastly, yung D sub Z na equation, okay? Yung counterpart nung force doon is yung force AD. Okay? Based doon sa figure and logic na discuss natin kanina. Okay? And itong mga equation na to. Okay? So, that is tension force AD. Okay? And similarly, yung L, that is this equation, okay? Yung Z distance niya, ganun din, pare-parehas lang naman sila. It is 12, okay? And we would have our three set of equation. Now, we could simplify this further by substituting the value of ito mga reaction na to component, okay? So for example, for B sub Z, that is equal to 80, no, 80. So, ang mangyari ngayon is 80. Okay, tapos itong equation na to. So, pwede nyo siguro isolve to, no? Ano yung value ng T sub AB natin? So, you have T sub AB. So, ilan to? Base dito sa equation na to.
82.46211.
82.46
6211.
1. Okay? And similarly for C sub Z, that is 60. Okay, 60. So, sige, lagay natin. 60 equals to this equation. Okay? So, meron tayong value ng tension AC equal to Ilan to?
65.
60?
5.
65?
Yun lang po.
Okay. So, eksakto. Okay. And lastly, yung d sub z natin, which is 45. Okay? 45 daw siya. Okay? Equating to this equation, you would have tension AB equal to ilan?
47.4341.
4, 3, 4, 1, 7.
7.
Okay? Now, we already have the actual load acting dun sa tension rod. We could now design, no? Our tension rod, which is ito na nga yun. Okay? So, the design strength na. Okay? Design strength tayo. So, now, the design strength, no, would start on the nominal capacity. R sub n, which is as per the code, that is F sub n multiplied by area ng unthreaded bolt. Okay? Now, since sa problem na to, teka muna, ano, hindi pala design strength ang kailangan natin kasi parang na-specify yata sa problem eh. No? ASD pala yung pinapagamit, no? ASD, so allowable strength, no? Okay? Tapos diameter required for rod AB. Okay? So design problem kasi tayo. Okay? Design problem tayo. Pero yeah, ang allowable strength kasi doon tayo magsisimula eh, no? So ipa-plug in natin yung mga values. So sige, ipalitan ko na lang since ASD tayo. So allowable strength tayo. And the formula is the same, no? R sub n is ganito, okay? Tapos i-expound pa natin to further. We could say na R sub A for ASD is equal to R sub n yung nominal divided by omega sub t. Okay? Omega sub t. Now, going back dun sa sa equation, yung R sub n kasi, 'di ba? Ito rin 'yon. So, might as well copy dito. Okay? Yan din yung R sub n, 'di ba? So, over omega sub t. Okay? Tapos pwede pa natin expound further to kasi sabi natin sa code, yung F sub n natin, ano lang yan eh, 0.75 FU, no? As per the code for design of rods. F sub u. Okay? Similarly, itong area, unthreaded area, yun nga yun, area ng circle, no? Pi over 4 d squared. Okay? D squared. And then, lastly, yung omega sub t for the denominator. Okay? So, meron na tayong, kumbaga, formula na gagamitin para makalculate natin yung ating diameter. Okay? Now, ito kasing RA na to, yung tinatawag na allowable strength, nakalimit lang yan. No? Nakalimit lang yan. Pwede natin i-plug in, kumbaga, yung, since due to load to, kung ano yung nakalculate natin dito, halimbawa, for this one, okay, for this one, if T sub AB is equal to 46211 kilonewton, we could plug in itong values na to dun sa equation, okay? So, ang mangyayari ngayon, ito yung kakalabasan, okay? Ito yung equation natin, substitute natin sa RA, tapos yung the rest, ito, okay? So, parang, binalik lang natin para magkaroon tayo ng diameter. Okay? So we would have 0.75. Okay? Yung F sub u natin 836, that is 400. Okay? 400 times pi over 4. Okay? Okay? Times diameter of bar, which is unknown. Okay? Sabihin natin diameter of bar AB, no? Para mas malinaw. Okay? Squared. Okay? Divided by 1,000. Okay? Now, i-divide natin to by the omega sub t for design of cables. That is, sabi natin, similar lang yan with design of rupture, no, or black shear mode of failure. So we would have the diameter of AB, which is equal to diameter AB. Paki-shift solve nga ito. Ilan to? Okay, ilan to?
26.45
26.45.
for 6 po, sir.
Okay. 46.
46 po.
Okay? And similarly, mabilis na lang to, okay? Para dun sa ano, dalawang tension rod, para magkaroon ka ng diameter doon. Yan mo lang, no? Ibalik mo lang ulit yung ano niya, yung load niya, okay? Which is, ito, kunin na natin, okay? AC and AB. Teka lang, para na ulit to. This one is AD, no? This one is AD, hindi siya AB. So this one is ano, tension AC, so diameter AC, okay? So ano yung value nito for the diameter AC? So ilan to?
23.48909.
23.49, kumbaga. Tama ba?
Opo.
Okay? And lastly, okay? So, sige. Okay, tanggalin natin to. Palitan natin ang forces, no? Tapos, this would be diameter AD. So, ilan to? Diameter AD.
20.07.
20.07.
0.07.
Okay? Millimeter. Okay? So, ito na yung mga sagot natin, no? Ito na yung mga sagot natin. Pero i-ano ko lang, no? Pag sa board exam, ito yung sagot nyo. Okay? Pero kung mag-design kayo sa plano, hindi ito ilalagay nyo, ha? Hindi ito ilalagay nyo. Okay? Ang ilalagay nyo, no? So, for example, for diameter AB, so sobrahan mo dapat. Okay? So, sobrahan mo kasi wala ka namang bibiling diameter na ganito, eh. No? Available, di ba? So, sabihin mo, say, use, 300 millimeter diameter. Okay? Yung kasunod na value. Okay? So, dito, siguro, pwede mo sabihin na say, 25 millimeter diameter. Okay? Tapos lastly dito, since may konti pang butal, say 25 millimeter diameter. Okay? So ganyan. Okay? I-round up mo. Okay? So ganyan ang gagawin mo. Pero kung ako yung tatalangin nyo pa, hindi pa ito yung gagawin ko. Okay? Ano pa yung gagawin ko? Tatanggalin ko to. Okay? Tatanggalin ko to. Gagawin kong 30 na lahat ng aking diameter. No? Para isang bilihan na lang. Okay? And kumbaga, pagdating sa drawing, ito yung tinatawag na idiot friendly, no? Idiot friendly yung kung sino man yung magko-construct nung structure ko. Kahit ipagpalit-palit nila yung mga sukat ng mga rods ko, okay lang kasi pare-parehas naman eh. So yun. Okay? So ganun mag-design, okay? So ito na yung final natin, no? Using 3D analysis, you're able to calculate yung mga forces, then from forces, yung forces na yon, no, which is the required, ginawa natin required strength, pinag-in natin doon sa left hand side ng equation. Then magkakaroon tayo ng unknown na parameter, which is ang diameter. Okay? And from that, yun nga, you would have the dimension, round up mo lang kasi nga dapat mas mataas. Okay? Okay? Any question or clarification bago tayo mag-end of discussion?
Wala po.